Hi, for those who doesn't know me, my name is Dmitriy Budorin. I'm CEO and co-founder of cybersecurity consulting and product company Hacken. Today we're gonna have a MAA session and Ask Me Anything session, and I'm gonna reply to questions from our community. So Hacken is originally a B2B cybersecurity company that was founded in 2017. And for the last 2.5 years, we served more than 200 clients. But in summer 2019, we have made an important decision to start focusing on B2C market. And the reason why we changed our direction is because we see much more potential in that field. The crypto industry has changed a lot for the last 2.5 years. Like in 2017, the measure of success of the company was number of bots in Telegram groups. Then in 2018, it was, I don't know, the football player who is advertising your project. In 2019, it probably was the year when crypto people started to realize that something is not right and it's going nowhere. A lot of money left the industry, a lot of brains left the industry, and for a lot of companies the future is quite uncertain. And at that point of time we were continuously discussing with our right now already strategic and very important partners with Shannon, what will be the future of crypto industry, and we understood that the future is in bringing value to end users, to you, to B2C segments, to give them solutions that somehow improve their life and to introduce products that are used not only by crypto people, but are used by non-crypto people, and that in some way teaches this non-crypto people of what is our industry and what we do. So, for example, my personal favorite projects that I really believe in is My Story with Chain. It's a project where people are utilizing blockchain technology to learn more about things that they buy, and they don't even understand that some blockchain technology is behind it. And this is how they get educated about crypto. Another good example is BAT, Basic Attention Token. People are downloading and using Brave browser, and they don't even have to know that there is some tokenomics behind it. And this is the direction where we go as well. So for the last 2 years, we see that B2B model of tokenomics, it doesn't give you any competitive advantage. And sometimes even worse, when you go to corporate clients, it is harder to pass the compliance procedures to start working with them. So that's why we made the decision that right now we will start to focus on B2C, and we realized that there is a gap of communication or explaining what we were doing since summer 2019, but this was all because we were super focused on the product. Product is the main thing that all office is living right now, and is the main thing that we're all thinking 24/7, even no Christmas holidays, but whatever. So many good things were done during this time. So today I will answer all your questions, and I want this communication to continue further on. And we have split the questions to 3 blocks. So the first block is about product, Second, I will answer about general, what is going on with hacking. And third will be about high token. And in the end, a few questions from Twitter. So let's start. What functionality will be included in the MVP? So MVP is what we are working on right now, and the main thing there will be Cyber Bootcamp, of course. So Cyber Bootcamp is, is kind of soft intro into cybersecurity world, and we believe this intro is needed to most of the internet users, like all of the internet users around the world. And this will be education, but not too complicated. It will be gamified, it will be knowledgeable. The user will get immediate value add to his security, and of course we will make sure that the user is finishing the Cyber Bootcamp. We will motivate him with some achievable system so that he is motivated to go to the end. Then there will be a password manager. There will be crypto wallets where you can stack high token. There will be a swap module and some other minor things that help people to stay secure in the internet. What is Hacken product development roadmap for this year? So our internal deadline is to start uploading the mobile application to Android and Apple stores in the beginning of February. We're not sure how long will it take. Usually it takes 2 weeks. There are always some uncertainties with these third-party corporations, but for sure Q1 is the deadline for MVP release. Then we're gonna have the next release alpha is gonna be during summer with additional new features, and we're gonna pack most of the features described in the white paper by the end of the year. It's gonna be like a big beta release. Can you please clarify what the Hacken user acquisition campaign is about? So this is where the competitive advantage comes by being in crypto. We already have amazing hacking community. We had in hacking community, of course, we had ups and downs, but sometimes it really depends on the market fluctuations. But we still have a lot of people who believe in the project, and thank you so much for this. And our first aim is to work with hacking community. And yes, we're gonna have the must tick box that if you want to swap hacking token to high, you have to pass the Cyber Bootcamp. And after passing the Cyber Bootcamp, we will encourage you a lot, and we will ask you a lot to help us to improve this product, to provide us your feedback so that we can make changes and make it better and better. And basically it will truly become our joint product. So yeah, this is the first community is hacking. Second community is priority community, is VeChain community. Of course, we will do all our best for this product to get the attention of VeChain community and to explore it and to benefit from its simplicity and usability in terms of improving cybersecurity. And the third community, it's our local Ukraine and Eastern European community. Hacking is quite famous in our home country, and we, especially among cybersecurity engineers and IT engineers and students and even government organizations, we did a lot of already government projects that were very loud. And yeah, we expect a lot of beta testers and other users from the home country. What is your plan for user retention? Yeah, so Cyber Bootcamp is the first user step in our application, and during this bootcamp we already asked him to start using our services. So we explained how to start using the password manager and some other features. And Hacken idea is to be a cybersecurity Swiss Army knife. So you have everything you need in one application, all the cybersecurity related features. And this is user-friendly, this is convenient and comfortable. And once you have a lot of things being automated, once you get used to it, you don't want to switch it. And especially with our, I think, innovative pricing model, users are not forced to pay by months or forced to pay one-time license. They can just stack high tokens. We think that the loyalty to our application will grow because users will see very clearly that the more people use Hacken, the more benefit goes to the actual user, especially with the tokens that he stacked. So, of course, we are not speaking only about retention. We are speaking that these first community members, the first users, are going to go and speak about Hacken to their friends and families, and just like like Uber, go and get your go and install the app and let the black car go and get you where you want 3 times for free. So the same with Hacken. We want our users to go and promote the cool app that they are using on them as themselves. Okay, another question about target audience. So after these 3 communities that I was speaking, the next target audience will be users of exchanges where we're gonna be listed, and not only these users but the whole crypto space. It will be very there are not so many projects who have loyal user base and who is showing like pretty good results of organic growth, and we are targeting this niche. From our calculations, it is not very difficult task, of course, if you will help us to reach this 100k users, and especially it's like only these 3 communities, as I said, VeChain, Hacken, and our local can do this number, but this number will be a very big success in the crypto community, and this number people will see the trend and they will join. So yeah, the crypto is not will be our next milestone, but of course this is just to prove the hypothesis that the application that has education, all needed functions for cybersecurity, and some gamification, this is what the global market will like. If we are conquering the crypto market, then our application will go and have quite standard user acquisition campaigns to all of the non-crypto people, and of course with this application we will be able to bring these non-crypto, non-coiners to our world. How will the staking system work and what are the benefits? So of course the staking system is designed in the way to create demand on our token and to create to create a desire for people to do it. And but what is important is that we are not fixing the staking rules like for years upfront. Right now, the rules for staking are described in a white paper, I think in details. But we are going to improve them, or something will get out or something add on in some period of time, I think in 6 months interval. But in any case, all this staking program is designed in the way to bring benefits to you. The only thing is that we need to be very careful about regulations. We cannot make this staking program look like securities. Otherwise, we will have some potential issues. Will Hacken's VPN service be an unknown part of package in the mobile app? Yeah, VPN is obviously a very useful tool to be in our app. I expect it to be in our third release. Of course, it will be, yes. The pricing model of our app will vary. It will change. We are not fixing it, but yeah, it will be part of subscription. But it's not gonna be for free. Sorry, only for stakers. Can you elaborate on ways that the app will burn VTHO? So, yeah, obviously subscription model will be in high. The user will not need to have VTHO on his balance to pay high. We use this MTT thing that VeChain blockchain has. We're gonna sponsor the VTHO for the user convenience. So this is one. Second is some gamification thing. I don't want to disclose it. I want this to be a surprise. And the third thing is that we are going to propose user to synchronize his mobile and desktop version through VeChain blockchain. By default, he will be able to do it through our servers, but in my opinion, it is even more reliable to synchronize it through VeChain blockchain. Because in any ways, this distributed ledger is, at first it's much more difficult to identify the user cell, and then to decrypt it with seed phrase, it's impossible. I'd never heard that someone was able to hack information on the blockchain. I think it's very reliable. Okay, next. Where do you see Hacken going in the next 5 years? What is the image you have for the future of Hacken? So, of course, the first, big goal that I'm constantly working on is to dominate cybersecurity in crypto world. We are doing a lot for that. We are building our brand and reputation for the last 2.5 years, and we are doing much better than other cybersecurity companies that most of them already disappeared from the market. But of course, in 5 years, we have to be outside the crypto world, or crypto world has to conquer the other world. In 5 years, I see that Hacken has millions, tens of millions of users, and we are international company with offices all around the world, with R&D center in Ukraine, and we provide services for all the fields in of our lives. Our next steps, obviously, for Hacken is to open sales offices, and we're working on it. And in 2020, for sure, we will open few of them. How Ser Life is doing? All right, so right now we are working on the third version of cybersecurity score of exchanges. And this will be already, not only our report, not only our, let's say, research. It is much more. It's done in much wider cooperation. I don't want to say the names, but right now we already formulated, the roadmap how our researchers will change the industry and will force exchanges to become more secure. Right now, when so much money drained from the industry, there is probably only like 20 exchanges that still do something for security. All other of them, they really don't bother. And if you have funds on out of top 20 crypto exchanges on their balances, please get them out. You are at very risk. So yes, Ser Life has built big reputation, and when you write down in Google crypto exchanges ranking, it's on the first page and the first bottom. This all been done by hard work, and this will pay us a lot in the future. And of course, Ser.life is going to be a part of Hacken application. It's going to be a separate module there. Has the team considered offering either as a product or as a promotion basic code auditing services to the VeChain Tor dev community? All right, from our experience, especially in the blockchain sphere, first you need to build the MVP of your product. Then you have to test the hypothesis of this product that it is needed on the market. When you understand that yes, this product is needed and you can scale it, then you have to invest into the quality of this product, including security. Of course, we are a member now of VeChain family, and of course we want the success of VeChain dev community. It's a success of us as well. So the first project, the first dApp from VeChain dev community that is ready to test the security, we will do the security audit for free. So chat me or chat in Telegram if you're a dev, and we will do it. And for sure it's gonna be like very, very family offer for all other projects that will want to test the security. During the recent AMA session with Sunny Liu, he mentioned that Hacken possibly going to work on the security of authority masternodes. Authority masternodes is is the most prestige work that you can get. The work with the contract of serving authority masternodes is the most prestige work you can get in the VeChain family. And of course, you need to prove with a lot of successful projects that we can provide quality services. VeChain authority masternodes has very strict internal control policies, and right now I just can say that we're making steps into this direction, and of course it will be an honor for us to work on it in the future. Great to have another project running on the network, but what's happening where communication with the community? The community is top priority for the team. All right, so there is no doubt that the community is the key to success of any project, especially the crypto project. Community is why we are here, and we are always thankful for community for that. But sometimes you have to make decisions to prioritize your focus, to prioritize your work. A lot of projects have spent so much efforts, money on working on community, but not focusing on the product. And right now they are in not very good position. So our decision was for the last year and a half to be very focused on the product development. We spent like hours, evenings, weekends on discussing on what should be the product, what new ideas, brainstorming all the time. And the Hacken eye that you see right now is the result of the focus. And you have to understand this. And right now we spend this half a year to build this base in order to grow, in order that we always have a place to, to continue building, and it will never go down. So yes, I'm sorry that we have made less communication with our beloved community, and yeah, a lot of things could be done better, but this is all for you. And it is, you have to understand, it's much better for us to deliver an excellent product and to have this starting base now, rather than to do a lot of things at the same time, but not to have in the end the best possible product. So this is the reason. And of course, after the MVP and a little bit before the MVP release, like starting from now, we are improving our communication with you more and more. Next question. Price has dropped abysmally, and this wasn't only due to the token itself having little purpose, but with the team disappearing in summer 2019. Alright, so switched from B2B to B2C, it's a very big change, and introduction of new community leaders, it's also a very is a change, and people don't like changes. I'm not saying that of course I miss people who left, but we need to move forward. We don't have the right, to think about the past. We have to make lessons from our mistakes in the past, and this is what we all the time doing. We're improving all the time, but yeah, we move forward. We build the basics. We build the principles of the new community that will come very soon to Hacken. Is pre-sale over? What can you do to prevent the price fall? Alright, so pre-sale is over, and it was quite interesting pre-sale. There is not so much money left in the crypto market. Crypto funds are almost gone. Crypto angels, no crypto angels, and but there are blockchain enthusiasts who really support perspective ideas, and who really shares our vision. They shared and the main vision that we tell these pre-sale investors is, the guys, we are working on cybersecurity education, value adds, and we are trying to bring more non-crypto related people into crypto and to educate how to use it and to educate how to use it securely. And we are focused on B2C, not B2B. Like 95% we're describing in the white paper successful B2B business models. And the pre-sale investor that we met, they really believed in the idea, not in the token that will pump and dump or whatever. And that's why they first accepted the lockups. We have very strict lockups. Second is that they didn't invest like 20, 10, 30K. They invested serious about numbers. And yes, we have sufficient funds for Hacken development. I'm very happy about it. And we didn't accept any, shady investors' money. So we don't have any investors who has no lockups. No. So yeah, pre-sale went pretty good, and I'm very happy about it. I just want to add here a point that a lot of people were saying, hey, why pre-sale investor would buy Hacken at this price while he can go to KuCoin and buy it lower? So first of all, if you buy right now the order book at KuCoin for 5 BTC is not going to be lower than the pre-sale price, because you will jump up Hacken price to $0.50. Second is that the pre-sale investors who we have right now, they are not looking for 1 month, 2 months investment. They believe in the team. Thank you so much. And they are looking for 3 years minimum investment return. So yeah, for them it's not very big deal, like if they buy 20% less or 30% less or 0%, the same price. They are looking for multiples. Simple as that. Do we have long-term corporate investors? If so, what will you do to prevent them from making sales? Again, guys, the lockup, it's helped. In the beginning, I was like, probably it's a bad idea with lockups, because I already received like, oh, lockup, no, we are not going to invest, no, not interested. But then I realized that investors who are not interested in lockups, it's not people who I want to go and work for a long period of time. Simple as that. And probably they don't share our values. Probably they don't believe in the product. And the product is the key, not token is the key, the product. We built a product first, we built a community around the product, and Hi is helping us to get more users of this product. Just in this sequence. So yeah, we have long-term corporate investors. We don't have, and we are building the story for further investment rounds. We are not only thinking about 1 year, 2 year. We are thinking how we're gonna, what investors we are looking for will look for in 3 years to work on other global segments, and what right now we need to package so that they are interested to invest. What happens to the HKN tokens that don't get swapped? Will their high tokens get burned? So we don't know how many HKN tokens are not going to be swapped, and to be honest, high tokens they are it doesn't really matter if they are going to be burned or not. In any case, there is a budget for them and for this token swap, and if not, they are just gonna stay there and wait for their HKN owner. So even if we don't burn them, yeah, it affects the circulation supply, so you don't have to worry about it. I would say the opposite. You have to think that the more HKN tokens are not got swapped, the better is for you. So can we consider redistributing them to the Hacken holders and the DSwap? Guys, this will I understand your position, but again, like at some point of time, a lot of Hacken holders had made a decision to if you are still holding Hacken from 2018 or even 2017, you already understand, you're already a long-term investor, and you had made the decision to stay with us. The projects that are right now in cryptosphere that have the token, they are there is only two models for them. They are either going to top 100, or it doesn't matter what will happen with them, like below top 100. Either ways it's going somewhere. So believe me, this small percentages, they really don't, they are not important so much. So this is the industry. You either go and skyrocket, or there is no in the middle, if you know what I mean. Not sure if we are meant to ask here or Hacken Reddit, but would love to hear more about the utility of HAI token. Sure. So the first thing is subscription. Yeah, easy as that. We are not charging subscription in the beginning. We are providing the opposite. We are motivating with HAI tokens users to use our app, but if the user passes Cyber Bootcamp and installs our cybersecurity utilities, he gets used to it, and he sees how the product is developing, and it will be less convenient for him not to subscribe rather than to start using something else. So yeah, the model is subscription, and we expect to make as much paid customers as possible. And again, even like if we start with 5 USD per month, just a basic subscription. I'm not talking about the staking, which starts from 100 USD. Even this buy wall, organic buy wall, it's quite a lot comparing to the real numbers of other token projects that are having right now. So yeah, any demand increase over supply, it has very big influence over the price in daily trading. Yeah, subscription, staking, and then after we will sell other third-party services, of course cybersecurity related, in the app for HAI tokens. So we want to be associated, HAI token associated with cybersecurity, so that people have this kind of vision on us, like cybersecurity, crypto, hacking. Okay. Can you please elaborate on the supply and demand model in the white paper? So the key is the growth of the user base. The more users, the more demand on token, and we have very clear this formula is very clear in our case. So we expect every user to understand it, that if he goes and pitch our application, not high token, our application, this is extremely important to his friends and family, like, just saying, hey, I see your message, you didn't lock up your phone, hey, check your microphone settings, Google is listening to you, hey, check your email for being compromised, I know your password. So a lot of these small things that like 98% of the people don't know, and it's really cool, like to go and pitch to your friends and you look like a smartass. Some people like it, me as well. So yeah, if you go and pitch to 5 people, they install this app. This is direct impact on the demand of the token, and we expect that all the users understand it. All of them should understand this formula. What makes you believe Hacken will have constant demand and success moving forward? Okay, so I like this question. That's really going into the right direction. So yeah, our job is to make the product. Our job is to work with you and to receive feedback for this product. Our job is to make the fair model of this product. A lot of people will say that, hey, why the swap ratio is so 1 to 15, but not so many people understand that we need to make a marketing budget for 20%, to incentivize new users to start downloading the Hacken and start using it. It's all, difficult decisions, but you have to understand that this is our thing that we are working, that we spend most of our lives on, and we believe in it. And please help us to do the best product in cybersecurity B2C fields. What is going to happen with EOS HKN? There is a decision already, and there will be a time for it to announce. But yeah, it's going to be swapped into high as well. Even though lock and reward are going to be offered, Hacken has always a problem with liquidity and short sellers. Is there going to be a big exchange since the beginning of the swap after IO? Yeah, so so yeah, of course we are negotiating right now the listing on a lot of exchanges, and yeah, now right now it's much easier to communicate with them. The idea is to synchronize the application releases with the new listings. We think this will have the maximum effect. And why we the answer for the question that we had liquidity and short sellers. No, my personal opinion is that this is because we didn't work before with market makers, like not the volume makers, not the some other parties that help to pump the token price, but the market makers. It's very different. It's like it's a legal thing in stock exchanges as well. But yeah, we have already the knowledge on how to work with this in the proper way. And of course, it is good to have a new token with a blank history, and we know how to do it in the right way, and we have the partners to do it in the right way now. Going back to the point above, the mismanagement of the community and the team has made the initial investors, especially the top one, lost 99% of the money. Some of these were one helped to get hacking running. A mirror of 1.15 ratio seems too little. And okay, so yeah, so that's why we introduced 1:30 ratio. I think it's very fair enough. I like this idea. If this idea will be spread in our community, like more, let's go and swap for 1.30, and if everybody will do it, then it's obvious that the price will, in 1 year, it's gonna have absolutely different effect. Our main task right now as well is to decrease the sell walls to minimum and to increase the buy wall, and this is what we are doing, you know, and this is what we do for your benefit. So that's why think about it. And me personally, of course, I think we understand that the price drop was quite dramatic, and also we understand that it's time for all of us to get united and to work with the same strategic goal, and just think from the not 1 month, 2 months, 3 months perspective, but think about 1 year, 2 year, 3 year perspective. And yeah, thank you. Where can, two questions left from Twitter. Where can we swap our HKN, and can we receive an email for you, because literally no one else is following? Yeah, I think we are communicating to all our registered emails very timely. If you are not receiving emails from us, please go to hacken.ai website and type in your email. We're gonna include you in the newsletter as well. The last question, why ST on KuCoin game? We are discussing right now what is going to happen with HKN token after the start of the swap process, and this what I can say right now. All right, so thank you again for all your questions, and once again, community is a top priority, and we are doing all our best right now to build a product that you will be proud of. And please be involved, and thank you for support once again. Bye bye.